Morning.
Good morning. Morning. Oh, cool cat.
What was that?
I just said cool cat.
Yeah, guys, come here. No, he wants to get out. No.
Kitty can't go outside?
No, there are bobcats and coyotes in this area. So,
Scary stuff.
yes.
There's scary kitties in that area.
I lost one cat, I think, to bobcats last year. So,
It's not good.
no, they just sneak out too. My neighbor has a little pond in her backyard that she feeds all the animals with. So, gotta love her.
Your door's still open.
It goes outside to Arizona room. So there's another door out there.
Well, good morning. Good morning, Kelly.
Morning.
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Owen. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Jacob. Good morning, Kyle. Good morning, Stephanie. All right, it is Monday the 14th. We are halfway through June. Oh my God.
I know.
I went to bed last night on, April, and then May, June happened instantly. So I'm gonna try not to blink because I don't want July to pass by. What were your wins for the weekend? Let's hear it.
I would start off with saying my win is I wrote out a very great plan to come into this week in terms of goals. And the only last part is what the reward or consequence will be at the end of this week for either hitting or not hitting my goal. So
Okay. What's the award going to be?
that's the last part I still got to figure out. I got to figure out what's my reward and what's going to be my.
Oh no, we're figuring it out right now.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot.
Decisions don't take long to make. Deciding to make a decision does.
So, in the event that basically how I want to write 3 contracts this week, whether it be just buyer offers or listing agreements. I want to go on 2 listing appointments and then have 2 new buyer meetups and be able to write at least 2 offers from that too.
There we go. And then
maybe if I don't do it, I'll probably have to force myself to run 10 hundreds. So actually exert physical pain on myself. But if I do it, I'll probably treat myself to dinner somewhere nice.
I hear a lot of probablys and maybe. Those are what we call gray water terms. I want some black and white. I want some I will.
I will run 10 hundreds if I do not complete my goals from the week, and I will be taking myself to a nice restaurant if I do.
Which restaurant?
Probably Red Lobster, because it's my favorite.
Again, probably. It's a great.
It will be Red Lobster, because it's my favorite.
So just like we script with our clients, what we tell ourselves are important too, because when we use gray terms like maybe, should, probably, might be, maybe, right? These are all things that gives our brain the out, right? We don't always get our shoulds. We always get our musts. Must is not a gray term. It is a black and white term. I must do something. I must be at work at 8 o'clock. I must be on Scripts and Tricks in the morning. I must get gas before my car dies, right? It's never I should get gas. No, you may say I should get gas, but you look down and you see you got 32 miles to empty and you got a 50-mile trip. You're like, I need to get gas. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So careful what you tell yourself. We don't want to leave yourself a loophole. All right, someone else. What kind of win do you have this weekend? I mean, good day. Hear it.
Kind of real estate related. I'm able to walk and drive now, so I'm gonna try to do an open house
but I can't carry the signs on my own because I can't lift anything. So if someone wants to do an open house with me this weekend, we appreciate it.
I'll be willing to do that with you because I actually still have Dan signs.
There you go.
My signs too. I just can't carry them.
Just double up your signage. Blanket some signs out there. Get something crazy. I love it, Jacob. Well, good to hear you're moving around again, man. All right, someone else has a win. I mean, Kyle's got a win. He's in a different location today.
Oh, well, yeah, and I got my first listing agreement signed this weekend.
High five.
Hey, very nice, man. Very nice.
Yep, I've had a couple close calls before, but this is the first time it's ever been on paper, good to go. So it's going on the market on Thursday.
Hey,
So pretty happy with that.
that's awesome.
Thank you.
Where is it?
It's in Glendale.
It's in Glendale? Okay.
Yeah, normally I'm based out of Tucson, but this is for like family basically. So
Okay.
I figured, it's worth the 2-hour drive, and it's like the definition of win-win for both of us. So
Definitely.
yeah.
Very cool.
All right. There's a whole lot more of you on this call. Did no one else work this weekend? Hell, I got 2 Jason Thompsons on here, and Jason Thompson's always finding some wins.
I have had an open house. Hold on.
Now we hear a lot of Jason Thompson.
Got a little echo in the back.
Yep. We lost one. That's a good thing.
All right. I had an open house and got an offer.
Nice.
That's huge.
That's very nice. Very nice.
And out of that open house, 4 quality leads that are looking for agents. One has extra property that wants to sell.
So you got a listing out of it, like a possible listing out of it too?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Congrats.
Thanks.
Good shit. Good stuff. All right. One more. One more. I know you got something. Come on. This is where we get excited and we cheerleader and we celebrate. What do you got, Adriana?
I re-engaged one of my buyers who said that they will be looking until November. So we touch base through Facebook. And then anyways, I'm showing them a house today. So I'm excited.
Very nice.
Boom. So we start our Mondays off. Who had a rough Monday start? Like you got up maybe a little late, didn't want to do anything, was slow rolling, get into class or good work. You're like, I just don't want to do it, right? Come on, be honest. Thank you, Nina, for being honest.
Mhm.
Kelly, like, man. What we do is we focus on the things that drive our production. We focus on the success, the excitement, the motivation, the things that get you out of bed and get you going. And you get past that delay, that natural comfort, right? I don't want to get out of bed. It's so warm. It's so comfortable, right? The big reason why, the why we get out of bed in the morning, the drive of things. So find things to celebrate. I got a listing. I got a referral. Bam. I got deals in escrow. Great. What if you're not there yet? I connected with a friend. I had 4 meaningful real estate conversations over the weekend. All right, a show of hands. Who of my friends out there that have dogs, that have trained a dog, right? 4 or 5 of you, okay, Diego. Okay. When you're training your dog, you got a piece of food in your hand, right? A treat, something sweet to the dog or something the dog wants, a toy or something. Does it listen to you the first time? Fido, sit. And Fido just stares at you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how do we get the command to connect to what an outcome, right? We have to reinforce it with positive behavior. So when Fido sits, we say, Fido, sit. Sit, Fido. Fido, sit. We say it over and over and over again. All of a sudden, the dog just looks at us and just sits down because he's tired. We give it a treat. We're like, yes, that's what I wanted. And now the dog is starting to create a link. It's trying to create this positive linkage between, I hear this funny sounding word, sit. I put my tail on the ground. I get a treat. Okay, now we have a positive neural net, right? We have objective outcome, action, reward. So when you do the same thing to yourself, right? Hey, I made 4 purposeful real estate conversations. I can have an M&M. Or I celebrate the wins, or I remember it and I celebrate it and I get excited, right? Just like Fido, you can remove the treat and just use praise, right? Great job, Fido. Good job. Good boy. Or girl, you know, whatever you name your Fidos. It's the positive reinforcement that actually goes behind the action. So when I ask you guys for your wins, do you think that's just because I want to have some positive vibes in the morning? Not always. Because I want you to start thinking about the wins in your life. I want you to start thinking about the things you can celebrate so that you can create your own positive neural nets, your own positive linkage. If I were to show you the outcomes of, if you talk to X people about real estate, you will get X in return, right? You want a brand new Mercedes, you have to talk to 100 people about real estate. You would go out there and you would have a counter. You'd be like, click, I talked to 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, you're my 100th person. Hey, strange lady in the red hat, would you like to buy a house? My name is Dan Caldwell. I sell houses. You look like you want to buy a house. And she goes, well, actually, click 100, boom, Mercedes shows up. Does it work like that? Not really, but it does. It really does work like that. Because after so many conversations, they just start rolling in and things happen. And then those checks manifest themselves into your bank account, and that bank account becomes a funding vehicle for your desires. But it all starts with one thing. It's getting out of bed with purpose. Showing up. Let's wake up with some gratitude, right? Let's wake up and celebrate the wins. Let's wake up and find something else to be happy about, something to be grateful for, something that we can share tomorrow. Right? Some of us wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Diego, looking at you, saw your post this morning. Great job. Some of us wake up 5 minutes before you're supposed to be on scripting. Some of us woke up 5 minutes ago and you were on the call already, right? Because after I start yelling, your brain goes, oh crap, I should be awake. So Mondays are the most crucial day of your week because 90% of the workforce hates Mondays. Somebody tell me why.
There's really no
They're
reason.
recouping from not doing anything over the weekend. They have to recharge and get back on it. It's a requirement.
Kelly, what are your thoughts? I'm not Kelly, Stephanie. I was just talking to Kelly. Stephanie, what are your thoughts about why people hate Mondays?
Oh, I was going to say, I think the majority of people hate Mondays because they love the weekend so much, and it's the first, and it's the start of a new week, and they have to go back to a job that they may not really like. But that's not us.
What do you got, Diego?
Stephanie said exactly what I was going to say. Like, yeah, everyone looks forward for the weekend, and most people still like, if you're in real estate, where it's a business, you can't have that 9 to 5 mentality where you're just like, oh, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go put in my hours. Like, this is our business. We got to grow it every day. So
2 words there. 4 words, technically. 3 words that are all the same, but different. Have to versus get to. The QT guy has to show up at 8 o'clock. He's on the clock. He's required to. He's employed. You get to. You get to listen to me in the morning. You get to interject and have objections and script and talk and get tricks and get some mindset and get motivation and get things moving. You get that opportunity. Raise your hand if you want to pay my hourly rate. Yeah, Kyle's eyes got real big on that one. There's a reason I'm a realtor. Because QT can't afford me. But the difference is we wake up, we get to have real estate conversations. We get to talk to people about buying, selling, investing, changing their lives. We get to do a lot of things. Sometimes we get to choose to do shit we don't want to do. And that could be scripting and role play and open houses and door knocking and cold calls and just uncomfortable conversations with people we haven't talked to in a long time. But when you celebrate the victories that come from those get-tos and have-tos, those have-tos wean and they all become get-tos. You get to a point where you like having difficult conversations. You like picking up the phone. You like sitting there and dialing hundreds of different numbers a day because you never know what you're going to get. It becomes an addiction. Who am I going to talk to today? What conversation am I going to have today? What exciting story am I going to learn about somebody today that I can apply my experience to, that I can apply my energy to, that I can filter through the lens of what's possible in real estate and help them make a real estate decision sometime in their future. Have you looked at it that way lately? No. You looked at it, I have to make phone calls. I have to be on scripts. I have to wake up in the morning. I have to have appointments. I have to. I sat across from a table of a lady and a gentleman that I had known for 6 minutes. And after that 6 minutes, we started talking about their life and their goals and their dreams. And 6 minutes turned into 36 minutes. And 36 minutes turned into an hour and 6 minutes. And an hour and 6 minutes, we became friends. It wasn't about real estate anymore. It was about them. It was about their history, about their life, about their dreams, the fact that they had just retired. I got excited because I was able to. I got to talk to somebody about real estate, but then I was blessed with making a connection. I was blessed with having a conversation with somebody that will potentially pay me thousands of dollars. And that is a small bit of what I get out of the fortune of knowing somebody. So you'll be lucky that some of the conversations you have will give you one real estate transaction. And that could be an average of $7,000. Great. That's awesome. What if it doesn't? What if that relationship yields no real estate at all? Mr. and Mrs. Jones, you talk to, you make friends with them. No real estate dealing. Did you waste your time? No, you've got to have a conversation with somebody. Mr. and Mrs. Jones get to be in your pocket, on your cell phone, in your database, right? You get to call them up and say, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, FORD. Call them back next quarter. Check in on them. And all of a sudden, Mr. and Mrs. Jones out of nowhere say, hey, Kyle, our neighbor was talking about selling their house. I gave him your phone number. They should be giving you a call. It all starts with the idea of have to versus get to. You know, we've heard Stephanie on this call scripting, and so Stephanie Rojas is the most excitable person when it comes to talking to strangers I've ever met. 100%. I've never seen her meet a stranger. It's always been a best friend. She didn't know their name yet. But that's because of her excitement just to talk to people. So over the weekend, if you were to do enough action to move yourself forward in what you're doing, to create the get-tos, you wouldn't hate Mondays. Monday would be just another day on the calendar. Right? Y'all woke up this morning, brushed your teeth, put on deodorant. Most of you put on pants. Right? You had to. This is what you do every day. Just add that element. Have real estate conversations today. Get uncomfortable being different. Right? We've all talked about the comfort matrix. You're going to be uncomfortable anyways. Might as well be in comfort by your challenge, by your design, by your get-tos. So that you have celebrations, you have things to win with. Mondays don't matter when every day matters. Right? Stephanie, my mind blown, right? Monday is a concept of someone with a J-O-B. What does J-O-B stand for? Just over broke. Yeah, some of you have never heard that acronym before. It's a job. Haha, I got a job. Yeah, they pay me $15 an hour. Okay, great. That's cute. You get told what to do. You get told what to think. You get told how to act. No wonder they're paying you minimum wage. Let's flip the script. Let's go do what we want to do. Have conversations we want to have. Talk to people, help people, grow your business. We are in the generation of wealth transfer. There is more millionaires being made by the minute now than ever in history. There's been more wealth transferred in the last 18 months than ever in history. That's because somebody woke up and said, you know what, damn it, I get to. They didn't say I should. They didn't have a gray term. They didn't have these fun, fluffy words like maybe, I should, I might. They say I'm going to, I did, I will. And then they went out there and they did it. You want to have 100 conversations in a week? You might be working 7 days. Right? You can have 13 or 14 conversations a day for 7 days, or you can have 25 conversations or 20 conversations a day for 5 days, or 25 conversations in 4 days, or 33 and a half conversations for 3 days. It's all your goal. No one's paying you by the hour or by the job, right? If the job ain't done, get it done. If you've set a goal to talk to 10 people today, why are you putting your phone away and watching TikTok when you've only talked to 6 people? Or in some of your cases, 3. I know who you are. Trust me, it shows in your production. You cannot lie about your bank account, because that is one thing that will come back and bite you in the ass. Well, I made my calls today. Did you, though? Papa John's don't count. So that being said, I want you to go find some friggin' adventures. I want you to go out there and I want you to change the world. I want you to change somebody's life. And all you got to do is say hello. It all starts with a mindset of what you get to do every day. I get to talk to you every morning. Right? Do you think there's some days I don't want to be on this call? Absolutely. There are days I wake up where like, I am not in a good headspace. I should not be leading people today. But I show up anyways.
We're not a have to for you.
It is a have to for me. You're absolutely right. I have missed 8 days in a year and a half.
Damn.
0 of them are sick days. 4 of them were from the exact same training course 2 different times. Others are travel days and days I couldn't be on the call because I was literally out of service. 8 days in almost 2 years.
Committed.
It's a have to. I've made a commitment to you. When I'm not here, what happens on the calls?
We still make it happen.
You jump up, someone takes up, right? Because
Make
you
it happen.
have to. You do it for each other, guys. This is a family.
Mara did great, by the way.
Yes, she did.
She had to run us off because we just kept talking and talking and talking.
Good.
Yeah, she did good.
It's great to hear. But when you take ownership of a call like this, and we didn't do much scripting today because I think mindset was huge for this week because there's a shift in the energy. When you take ownership of what you have to do every day, you'll get it done. Right? Let's be honest. How many of you have a pile of laundry that ain't put away yet? Go handle it.
Sarah said, shh.
I'm saying, but these are things like I know people. I study people. I right now have a load of laundry in the dryer that when I get home, I have to re-dry because I did it late and didn't get it put away. But it will not sit longer than tonight. Because I have to have a purple shirt for tomorrow. And guess where it's at?
In the dryer.
It's in the dryer. But these are things like it's simple have-tos. Like how many times have we put our goals aside? How many times have we put our intentions aside for something more comfortable? You know, I can make 5 more phone calls, but I'd rather go on a walk. I'd rather go to lunch. I'd rather do something else because it's comfortable. When we choose comfort over our purpose, we will stay stagnant. And as we all know, when you stay stagnant, you actually are withering away. Because it's not because you're not moving, it's because the world is moving without you. If they're taking 3 steps and you're taking 1, you're going to fall behind quickly. So make the choice every day to do the things that you must get done to be successful. And if you don't know what they are, I implore you to look up the economic worksheets that we've been doing, your business planning, what your goal is versus how many conversations you need to have a day. It's a math equation. It's a simple math equation. I need to have X amount of conversations about real estate a day to hit my goal of blank deals in a year. And right now you're halfway through the year. Or halfway through the month, which is halfway through the year. What is that going to do for you? Right? Let's look at your gap. Where am I at? What have I got pending? And what do I want? What's missing? Right? Do that math today. Figure out what you're missing. And then break it up into how many deals you need to have per day. And we'll work on that today. So for my PC call guys, if you want to join us 2:30, we're going to do the recap of the mastermind that I went to last week. If you're not doing bold and you didn't do that mastermind, we're going to recap some of the takeaways. We're going to recap some of the things we went over that I think will be helpful for you guys. Diego, how did you like it? You were very engaged.
It was good. There was a lot of good knowledge, especially for newer agents like me. Like there was especially hearing from those top producing agents and even the agents in the little groups who are still producing. So many different ideas, learning from each other. It was really good.
I love that you were there. I love that you were in the room. He looked sharp too. Loved it. He was all dressed up, looking good. That's how you show up, Bubba. That's how you show up. So the rest of yous, and Jason and Aileen and Jennifer, I can't see your faces, but I want you to look in the mirror today and then ask yourself that question. What do I have to get done today? What are my musts? Not musks. If you have some musk, then take that mirror and step your ass in the shower. Must, M-U-S-T. What must you do today? What is that one BS task that you've been putting off for weeks because it just wasn't in the cards right now, right? The simple shit you can just get knocked out and give yourself a little pat on the back for. I bet it's calling somebody back. I bet it's making a phone call to that one person that you haven't talked to in a while. I bet it's calling that lead that you kind of fell off and you feel bad about because when you think about it, you're like, I haven't talked to him in a long time. No, go call him today. You know, Maura, hey, it's Big Dan Caldwell, Keller Williams. I looked at my phone today and I just knew I had to call you. How have you been? How is life? How's the family? How are your occupations, recreations, and dreams, right? And if you blew your shot and they tell you to go F off and never call them again, leave me alone, blah, blah, guess what? Next. All right, Karen, thank you. Click.
Just really quickly, someone just posted on Facebook. If I haven't talked to you in years and you called to sell me something, please don't. There's lots of stuff you could have asked me about, and about our life. So I just thought that was a really good kind of cautionary for all of it. If we haven't talked to someone in a long time, it might be best not to even bring up real estate and just, reignite that conversation. Like you're not asking for anything. You're just wanting to, reinvest in the relationship.
Yeah, just reinvest in the relationship. I love that. That's a great way to end it today. Because real estate equals what?
Relationships.
Relationships. Go out and have relationships, guys. It all starts with hello. But beyond that, high five.